USB-C Nokia 3310. Designed by James May. Is that made of lead? What the heck? Hello chip dippers, welcome to Retro Recipes. And it has been too long since we've been back at this desk. And well, what am I doing with this? All will be revealed in a moment. But yeah, I'm literally being snowed under by boxes. There's too many even to unbox on the upcoming We're Back special of the Retro Show. So let's get stuck in right now. And this seems to be some goodies from Core. It's Core i64. Don't remember ordering these. Oh, okay. These are actually from Gideon. And he's very kindly sent us a user port adapter for the Ultimate 64 motherboard, and it looks like a piezo speaker. Yes, so I think the only thing the Ultimate 64 motherboard doesn't have is a user port on the back, because of course it is taken up by the USB, the HDMI and the Ethernet. So this lets you connect that to the board and basically connect any peripherals to that user. What do you call this thing? I'm going to call it a tooth flay. I don't know what it's called, but that's that. And then the piezo speaker, because of course the Ultimate 64 emits the sound effects of tapes and disk drives while games are loading, and this, it will do it through the audio output. But if you don't have an audio output connected, now there is a speaker that plugs into the board directly. Look at that. They do just the same thing. Thank you, Gideon. And there is, of course, the user port extension. You can relocate it outside the case, which is probably what you're going to want to do. So I think the purpose of this box is, if I remember how I bundle things together, for upgrading my Ultimate 64, which means, core blimey, this is from the lovely Thomas Christoph at Core i64, and he says, I hope you enjoy these parts for your U64 build update. I've included a number of my products that I feel will enhance your enjoyment of this terrific machine. And thank you for your kind words, Thomas. We've got some incredible stuff coming up, stuff I've wished I'd been able to talk about for many months. But let's see what we've got. Oh boy. So these are, I think, the risers of Skywalker. Oh wow. No, this is actually, it looks like it's an adapter for putting like a Raspberry Pi inside, or a BMC64, some sort of adapter kit that gives you space to connect other things inside, probably a Pi or a BMC. Red blue illuminated power button with LED splitter. What? I didn't even know that existed. So it has a power button on the side of the Ultimate 64, just black. And this is the LED version. That's crazy. SID-tap external audio mount for C64C case left orientation. Oh, nice. Gold plated, no less. Shall I sell them for the gold value? No, of course not. An official Ultimate 64 LED strip. Oh yeah, is it self-adhesive? It is. So that, typically people put that in the back of the case, but the bling board's going to be even cooler if such a thing were possible. I understand that it will be able to connect to the SID chip, or listen to any audio input actually. Thomas Christoph, thank you so much for all of that. This is all going to be going into my Ultimate 64 upgrade. Next up we have this from Andrea Salvadori. Let's see if he can tell us a nice story. You guys know what this is? Well, I have my Nokia 3310 here. This is a USB-C drop-in solder-free upgrade for charging your Nokia 3310, because of course these days we all still use our Nokia 3310s, country's network, telephone networks allowing. I don't think there's even any instructions. Let's just see how much of a drop-in it is. So look at that, it's 3D printed essentially, with some resin added to the exposed elements. These are spring-loaded little pins there that just push down onto the correct terminals, I think, on the original phone. And there in all its glory is the USB-C. And that must, I assume, means that this had a 5-volt charger. By the way, for those who don't know, I have shown this once or twice. Mainly I show this kind of stuff to patrons, but this is an invention that I came up with in the 2000s for playing Nokia Snake. I don't think this one has battery because we've got to charge it. But yeah, you could basically beat your high score on Snake by pushing up, it would press 2. So look at that. Push down, it would press 8. And you could basically get really high scores by like until it broke off. Anyway, that is old and aging and weak plastic, so we won't play with it too much. But yeah, that was my first foray into selling stuff and factories and all that. So, how does this work? Of course, we've got to get the magic covers off. I think they just pop off, don't they? Yeah, look at that. So, okay, we need little hex screwdrivers. Kind of works, doesn't it? As I use the correct tool. that's the incorrect tool. Finally, the right tool. These phones were so robust, weren't they? Don't think I ever broke one, cracked a screen, nothing. I've never been inside one. It's a pet. I knew it was made by Commodore all along. Never opened up Nokia 3310 before. Okay, so this guy, and in there, I can. Look at that. So that's the whole original charging assembly. Let's try it. So that just hooks in there. Then it's just going to push fit onto those two terminals there, I think. You can see it actually there. USB-C Nokia 3310. And this cover was part of a bundle we sold, I think with from Phones for You. Yeah, you could buy the joystick and the snakebite case. I designed that on Microsoft Word, that logo. Not bad, is it? True story. There we go. Now, I just need a USB. Throw that away. Okay, the moment of truth. There it is. Incredible. Incredible. Thank you so much for sending us this. That may be the coolest thing I've seen in a long time. I'm going to leave that charging up there. And I've just got this tiny little PCB here to... I already unboxed it. In fact, it was hand delivered. This is... I'll tell you in a second, but if you want to order anything like this tiny PCB designed by Nick Mixtas, you can do so from our friends at PCBWay, where they make great quality PCBs starting at just $5. Because as we all know, PCB stands for plastic can bend, but it also stands for, look at this. These are, has anyone guessed? I'll give you some clues. What other clues could I find on here for you? I found a clue for you. Yes, these are replacement motherboards. I think there's a video board and a logic board for Atari Star Wars arcade machine, 1985, I want to say. Could even be 82. Painstakingly designed by Nick and very kindly donated by Sean Harrington, aka One Stage, who of course makes the Aquarius Plus devices along with some other cool people. Wow. Now I just need the entire arcade machine, the real one, so I can install these in. Next, Floppy Swap 500 from Retro 8-Bit Shop, from our friends there. From the Badgeman, Marco van Mullenhoff and Marvin Drugsma, patrons of the channel as well. Thanks for your support, guys. And this is a solution that, hi, it's Jan Vita, showed recently for the age-old problem of if you've got a Commodore Amiga, how do you get it to boot from DF1 versus DF0? And this is a very elegant solution. I don't know how it works. I did watch the Jan Vita video as well, but it's been a little while. I do know how it works because it says on there. Can you read that? Control Amiga Amiga twice swaps the floppy drive that boots. So it's all macro based. You just connect the two boards up via these pins. Absolutely credible. I can't even speak. And they said absolutely credible. Thank you guys. Superb.
Hello chip dippers, Ladyfractic here, and I'm doing an unboxing of my own. I got my hands on the Narwhal Freo Z10 robot vacuum and mop. Beep. After a few minutes of looking through the instruction manual, we had her back up and running. If you know us, then you know that we have a fully automated house, and we've been using robot vacuums for years, specifically iRobot. And honestly, they're more trouble than they're worth. This Narwhal has been life-changing. I know that sounds really dramatic, but having baby Fractic crawling all over the floor, putting everything in her mouth really changes the way that I look at cleaning. I just set the schedule on the app and I let it do its thing. Not only does it clean the house, but it also washes the mops in hot water to clean them, and it uses compression on the dust bag, so I only have to change it every 120 days. Now don't be shy, give us a little spin. But in all seriousness, this robot had things I didn't even know were possible, with a hot water mop washing, hot air mop drying, detergent dispensing, automatic base station cleaning, the dust bag drying, and dust compression. That's one of my favorites. I highly recommend looking into Narwhal with their Freo Z10 robot vacuum and mop.
What could this be? It's this. It's one of these. A blue 64. It makes your Commodore 64 swear. No, it doesn't. Wait a minute. That's a Bluetooth antenna. They always look really cool, by the way, don't they? That plugs into the keyboard header. I should have recognized that, shouldn't I? And lets you then connect the other end of the keyboard to here. And that way, you can use your Commodore 64 keyboard wirelessly. That's amazing. Blue 64 to the rescue. So if you ever want to build a Commodore 64D with a wireless keyboard, which is a great idea that I heard recently from Jake Young and Jim Drew, that would be a way to do it with a wireless detachable keyboard. What is this world we're living in, guys, where these things are possible? Next up. I mean, seriously though, what a time to be a retro fan and a Commodore fan. You think this is all cool, you ain't seen nothing yet. This is from Paul Dean, Digital Man. Could be Darth Maul. I won't even spoil it for you. I saw this on Facebook, somewhere I don't really go very often anymore because it's toxic. But I did comment. So actually, yeah, someone tagged my page under Darth Maul's post, and of course I then went there and saw this. Now I'll try and find a quick video clip of this actually working, but as you can probably guess, it does have the 6 scanner light LEDs and plays a Knight Rider demo. It's funny as well. I'm sort of known for Commodore, but also how many people tag me in Knight Rider stuff on Instagrams and TikTok and all that. It's very funny. Thanks for your efforts sharing your nostalgia and everything you do for the retro community. My pleasure. Sending you this compact flash adapter for the Amiga 600 or 1200. There it is. It sent me a couple and a CF card. That's very kind of you, Autumn Hippo. That is chock-a-block with full software. Clicking compact flash adapter for the Amiga. Love it. Looks like we might have a big upgrade going on for my Amigas. Next up, this is from Anthony and Nicola Caulfield, otherwise known as Gracious Films. They sent it in this clear thing with no address on it, and somehow it just got to me. But it is The Rubber-Keyed Wonder. 40 Years of the Sinclair ZX Spectrum documentary. This is the Blu-ray version. Special edition? Whoa! It's probably got stuff added by George Lucas. using CGI, but definitely not AI. There's Jason Bradbury. I'd like to say a friend of mine. I'm doing a little something for his new movie, which is called Control AI Delete, and it's about retro computers saving the world from AI. You might guess why I'm involved, but the Caulfields have this available to buy. Look at this. This is gorgeous. It's got a magnetic closure, special edition of Crash. There's Nicola and Anthony, who made the documentaries. This is a unique new issue of Crash that just comes with this. Oh my gosh, we are spoiled. And it's authentic. That's really nice. That's signed by I can't even speak, that's signed by Crispin Sinclair, Clive's son. I've got chills. I've never actually held something that one of the Sinclair family actually held or signed. That's amazing. That's going to go in a frame. There is another version of the documentary. What is all this? This is a great bundle. Does that light up? How does this? What is all this coolness? I'm not even going to spoil this. I want you guys to be able to buy some of these for yourselves and then just experience it. Is this a cassette? Oh my gosh! How is there a cassette? I don't understand. Is it software? That's cool. That is cool. Oh wow! And you just plug it in the back of your Sinclair ZX Spectrum Next or something, I guess. We'll see what's on there. Maybe it's just the digital version of the documentary. That's great though. They should bundle software on these for retro computers. Now, I wish I'd opened this first now, don't you? Because I could have worn this through the whole unboxing, cover up my tan line there. But the nice thing about this is it also, -1 color, works for the Commodore 64 as well. So there you go. Another, oh, that's heavy. Why is that heavy? Marty, this is heavy. Oh my gosh. Is that made of lead? What the heck? No, is that actual size? I don't remember. Just kidding. It's clearly a paperweight and I love it. I love all of it. Wow. Wow. Guys, you really are spoiling me. I know the Caulfields have got just a limited quantity of those special edition boxes left over. So get in there quick if you want one before they're gone forever. Right, final two box sunnings from not fantasy, but Fantasy. And I hope you're wearing your fantasies because you may well soil yourself of how cool this is. From Fantasy Bricks, who've got an expansion of their retro line. Now you will have seen Ladyfractic make their Windows 95 PC out of Lego. If you missed it, there is a dedicated video. But now, wait, let's look at this. Oh my gosh, it takes an iPhone. You can actually watch TV on it. That's just too cool. Comes with a doily. How 80s can you get? There you go. Have fun building that. It's only... Oh my gosh. You can make different variants with a waterfall coming out and little fishies. Ladyfractic will love that. Till she chokes on a piece. Yeah, it's only 290 steps. Very easy. Now this is obviously adult building block, adult Lego kind of style. Thank you, Fantasy Bricks. A retro phone. Of course, the 85018, famous model of phone. Designed by James May from Top Gear and the Grand Tour, probably. We shouldn't spend too long on the phone either. Look, it's got a real dial, the whole thing. I won't even pull all the parts out. And, oh, wait, is that telephone ringing? Wait, is that the telephone inside here? It's a bit confusing, but either way, I better go get it. So, as always, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe and support below. And cheerio. Oh, it was this. It works.
One man can make a difference, Perry. Or one woman. Or dog. The Fractics, lone curators in a vintage world. The world of retro recipes.
Insert SIM card. Oh, bugger.